Welcome to Mission Four Walls. Today I'm going to share with you in this tutorial how I'm going to transfer, or I should say transcribe, an assignment like a quiz assignment or any sort of assignment into the quiz form for Google Classroom. And I'm going to just basically make this paper copy electronic. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go to Classwork, Create, Quiz assignment. Okay, brings up a quiz form, and I'm going to start working on it. First, I'm going to title it, and then I'm going to start adding questions. Okay, so I titled it English 1097 Pace Checkup 1. And sometimes when you go from one to the next, it'll just automatically go in there. Sometimes it doesn't. So I'll go ahead and copy paste or manual. Oh, see, when I double clicked it up here, there it went. Okay, so sometimes you play with it and it happens for you. Next thing I'm going to do is decide on how I'm going to do the question types. As you can see from this page, there's a word bank and then there's a list of questions with fill in the blank. I can simulate that, or I can take each question item and make it multiple choice, put a few words in the multiple choice blank. Or I could do it any number of ways. I'm going to try to do this exactly as it is here, as close as I can on the electronic form. So the next thing I need is add title and description. Yes, that's the one. All right. And so I'm going to title this word bank, and then I'm going to put all the words in the description. Okay, so now I have my word bank. Okay, I titled it Word Bank for questions 1 through 8. The question items below won't automatically number, so I'm going to number them when I write in the questions, and I've got the words to choose from. Like I said before, I could make the questions different, like turn them into multiple choice, and when they click the right response, it's right. And for grading later, that can make it super easy. But if I want to go ahead and have them do fill in the blank, just like they would with this paper quiz, what I would do is go ahead and create a blank in the line by pushing, Shift and this line, right? And so I would just create the question as if I were doing it on a Word document. And of course, I'm going to number them to make it clear when the student sees all the question items throughout the document. And there's going to be an option to, in your answer key, write. Okay, so now I've typed out my first question, and I just created a blank to indicate for the student that in their short answer text, they're just going to type in the word that should go in that blank, the word from that word bank. And so I have to make sure that this is short answer, because if it's multiple choice and I don't put anything in there, the students won't be able to give it any kind of response. To fix this answer key, what I would do is click answer key, determine the point value. Okay, so let's say it's 5 points per question. So there's the point value. And then I would type in what the correct answer from this word bank should be. I have the option to mark all other answers incorrect, and that's totally optional. So if you want to manually grade each item, you can. But what I would do is go ahead and type in the intended answer. And you can mark it, have all other answers marked incorrect initially, but remember, you're going to review the form before you actually put in a grade in your grade book. And so let's say, for example, the student wrote in the correct answer, but they added spaces or they added a capital where you didn't put a capital. Well, you can see at a glance that they have the right answer, and you can just give them the points when you go to grade that later. In a future video, I'll show you the process of grading a form, but at any rate, that's what you need. So once you have your answer in here, you can click done, and yours is ready to go. Let me do the rest and show it to you. Okay, so I finished creating my form. Review, I started with creating a word bank by clicking on this text button. Okay, then I replicated the questions, mostly as they are here, but I made adjustments as needed. And if I'm to click on one, I can see where I put in the correct answer. Okay, and I can edit my answer key here. Got it as short answer. And if a student types in like capital G-I-F-T instead of lowercase, then it may mark it wrong, but you're going to review the form and you'll see this correct answer symbol here, so you don't even have to look back in your paper key because you can see at a glance what it is, and you can correct the point value over here. And so on a future video I'll show you how to do that, okay? But for now we'll just press on, okay? And I had a question answer type down in this part of the section where it said put the periods of the English language in order in here and then use the number down here. I felt that that would be a little confusing on the electronic form, and so I adjusted that and just made it to where I have an explanation, and right here I wrote in, for items 10 through 16, select the period of the English language that corresponds with the statement given. And so for the rest of these, I typed in the statement and gave the 3 options. Same 3 options on each one, so it makes it very simple. So when students go through and they select one, it will automatically grade it for you, and you won't have to do anything else with it. You won't have to review every single question item if you don't want to. And so it's good to go. Okay, so my last step is to go back to this main assignment. I had X'd out of the quiz form and everything saves for me. This is what I clicked earlier, but it's not the same quiz form, okay? And so it just takes you to the right page in Google Forms. I'm going to X this off and add the form that I just worked on. And if I just worked on it, it's usually the first thing I'll see. Okay, click on it, click add, and now it's there. Okay, I have put in, I left the point values as is, left all students, made a due date, on a topic. I just typed in this topic because we haven't used this topic yet in this Google Classroom, but after today, if I do something else in the same topic, I can just select it from a drop-down menu in this section. Okay, so if you like categorizing by topic, and you can do that, but that's not always necessary. I've got a title and description. And now I'm ready to assign. I'm going to assign this straight away. If I wanted to schedule, I could click on the drop-down menu and schedule, or save the draft for later if I'm not finished working on it. But I'm going to click assign. And all done. So it's going to show here. This is the topic I was talking about, okay? The other topics I have are reading and writing. And so if I want to break up things in the classroom, I can do it that way. That is all for that one. In an upcoming tutorial, I'll show you how to grade the quiz form and import the grades back into Google Classroom from the form. Thanks for watching. Take care.